See if I can get my suit all made anymore. It takes too long. You saw the group was here tonight. What I want to tell you is that, in my experience, I've had a lot of it. I've been in this business 50 years, been in prepaid legal 30-some years. So somebody asked me the other day how long you've been in prepaid, and I said, since before the wreck. But we talked about what I'm telling you is that the people who participate in that meeting, which you just saw up here in this front row here, that meeting earns you just as much income as the one today is. Even though there's 10,000 times many people here as well, there's no make a bit of difference. You can't have a bad meeting, you can't have a meeting where nobody shows, and it'd be bad, but it can be bad. And yet our business built on that. You know the reason Amway did $10 billion worth of business last year? We did $500 billion, 1/16 as much. You know why? Because Amway's got more people standing in front of more people drawing circles on the whiteboard. That's the answer. You say, what do I do to get rich in this business? Get you a whiteboard and learn drawing circles. So that's what it's all about. I just want to tell you that it's I didn't even see you here. You been here before now? Goodness gracious. But anyhow, I got a late start for any reason I did, but I was enjoying some of the benefits of this kind of life that you have. One of my sons-in-law is the head football coach, volunteer for Heritage Hall High School, Heritage School, private school in Oklahoma City. And they won the state championship last night in Kingfisher, Oklahoma. And it hadn't got a darn thing to do with it. One of his players happens to be named Barry Sanders. It sort of helps when your daddy was Barry Sanders. But anyhow, I won the state championship, that's the thing, so I got home at midnight last night, so I wasn't too big a hurry to get here this morning. 2-hour drive. But I wish I had seen more. Tom, I hadn't met Tom before, but I'm thrilled to death that you guys are very, very fortunate to have people like that. And everybody tells me that I happened to be at the right place at the right time in 1983. Didn't even most of them weren't even around in 1983. You're right up better than I did. But we talk about things. You heard Tom talk about a while ago about copies. If we wouldn't have been able to make Xerox copies of the ads and brochures, we wouldn't have the ads and brochures. The prepaid didn't have any such thing. I mean, all they did, we just go out and go to Kinko's or wherever, get ads made, get brochures made, then we'd get together with a bunch of people, have a meeting, and sign up 30 people, and then get together after the meeting and pray that nobody tried to use it because we didn't have any lawyers. We hadn't bothered to sign up any lawyers yet to provide service. We lose out selling people for it. And you say, how can I build an organization like that? What am I holding that thing up for? But it's all, so don't sell yourself short and don't miss out. So I'm telling you, the opportunities here is just as good. It's, there wasn't any opportunity. How many of you right to think about this? How much is $800,000 in your mind? Is that a lot of money? Yeah. How much is $50,000 a month in your mind?
A lot of money.
That's not how much I made, that's how much our checking account was overdrawn in prepaid legal in 1985. $800,000. We were paying $50,000 in praise for the bank to honor the commission checks that we were sending out for our people. Otherwise, all those checks would have bounced and there would be no prepaid legal here today. No guarantee. But one thing about it, you mess with commission salespeople's money, you're messing with the wrong thing. But all I'm telling you is that that opportunity, if you can take that and in 5 years compound it into something that makes you millions of dollars, where are you today? Where can you go today? Any place you want to go, I'll tell you that. But you got to decide you want to do it. You got to be with the right people. I sincerely believe in the theory that you're going to be the average of the people you spend most of your life with. The 5 people that are closest to you, just take a look at what they're doing, divide it by 5, and that's what you're going to be doing the rest of your life. Sometimes we've got to get outside that and talk to people that are a little different class. That's right. But everybody's honest in this business. 1975, I was president of a life insurance company in Oklahoma City, and I had met Harlan Stonecipher at an insurance company convention in Atlanta, and got to know him, got talking to him, and with no thought that 2 years later I would be living in Oklahoma City as president of an insurance company. Or I didn't be living in Oklahoma, or they even knew where Oklahoma was. But I didn't give a damn where the Yankees in the scope. But I didn't do that. I decided I became a good friend of Harlan. Then I got here, and Harlan Stonecipher was an agent, part-time agent for that company. So So I used to sell, he was selling prepaid, selling cancer insurance for me. 10 years later, I was out selling a prepaid legal membership for him. I don't know what the hell happened. Something got screwed up there. But nevertheless, things weren't always so good. There's a price to pay for everything, folks. I'm telling you, I've taken more time than I want to take with it. But I just want you to understand what Tom's telling you is so important that it's vital that you hear it, that you do it. In 1975, Harlan Strongsharp had no money. Didn't have a dime, didn't have any place to raise. He raised all the money, he raised all the brokers and said, no, there ain't no more money. You're out of business. And I was loaning him money. I made a deal with him that he would bring the apps to me every Friday for the apps, the new memberships they sold, and I'd write a check out of my personal check account to give him the money for commission. He'd jump in his car and drive back to 8 and pay the commission so they could sell again next week. If he hadn't done that, he wouldn't have done it. I was writing a check every Friday and thought it was the best thing that ever happened to me. He paid me interest on it and all that. But he was in my office one day and picked up his check for that week's pay. And he was standing there at the door hesitating for a minute before he had left. I said, Harlan, there's something else we need to talk about. He said, well, there's one thing. What's that? He said, I don't have a dime. I don't have any gas in my car. Could you loan me $10 so I can have gas to get that day? And I did. I gave him $10. And this year, we just sold out prepaid legal. Tom told you a lot about it, and I think it's the greatest blessing ever happened. This year, Harlan paid me, didn't pay me that. Harlan Strongsharp was the main participant in that company and got his check for $57 million. That 365 or 665 million sold for, 57 million, that was Harlan Strongsharp. He had never paid me back that $10. And I'm going to go straight to ask him. He remembered it. He was your camp boy. But nevertheless, all I want to tell you is that God sent him to do it, and the opportunity is better here than it's ever been. The things I'm seeing with mid-oceans is just phenomenal. Tom, do you agree? Have you seen anything bad yet? I haven't seen anything. Cuts keeps coming in emails every day of a new deal they got going that I didn't even know they was talking about. And so it's better and better and better. What Jim was talking about is I've had a feeling for a long time. I've been in the business for a long time. I've been around a lot of people with Jim Rohns and the Zig Ziglars and all the people that I had the opportunity to work with. First of all, I worked with, had J. Douglas Edwards come to a sales meeting I had one time when I was in the insurance business in Columbus, Ohio. And I had him come to speak to my sales force. And he came, when he's done, I took him to the airport. He had to fly back to Phoenix. And I asked this dentist that I had as my guest at the meeting if he'd like to ride along with me. But we was driving on the way to the airport. And my dentist in the back seat, nervous, because he was somebody so famous as J. Douglas Edwards was at that time. He said, Mr. Edwards, do you know Earl Nightgate? Mr. Edwards said, sure, I know Earl. We worked on stage together, been friends for life, and one of my great friends. He said, well, how do you feel about that philosophy he teaches? He said, what do you mean? He said, that thing about you become what you think about all day. And Mr. Edwards said, that's the biggest lie I've ever heard in my life. And about to kill my friend, he said, that's true, I've been a girl when I was 17. But I'll tell you, it is a pleasure, and I just wanted all of you to know that this isn't the hardest business in the world. I never worked hard in my life. I've never enjoyed it. I can't imagine doing anything else. I'll be 81 next week, and I can't imagine being 81 years old and being feel as good as I feel. Proud to be in Kingfisher, Oklahoma, watch a high school football game, and then in Tulsa, Oklahoma, watch some of the greatest people in the world. That's you. Come around to get to meet Tom. It's just a pleasure to tell you. You miss a lot of things if you don't just enjoy the good life. Just join. Let me tell you what I think it's going to take. You're going to have a purpose for your life, and you got to just have a purpose. Ain't going to do anything. You got to have goals. Everybody talks and says about goals. I don't know anybody, and I can speak for this personally. I have never attained the goals that I didn't write down. I have never failed to make one that I wrote down. That's the difference. The whole difference is commitment. Blessed is man indeed who in this life can find a purpose that can fill his life and day and guilt he keeps in mind. The world is filled with little people, content with where they are. They never know the joys that success can bring because none of them go that far. Would you be one who dares to try when challenged by the task? To rise to heights you've never seen, Or is that too much to ask? This is your day, a world with its great purpose to achieve. So accept the challenge of your goals and in yourself belief. You'll be glad of what you've done when at the close of the day, you look back at the battles won, content you came this way. Thank you very much, and God bless you.